Alright guys, well I officially cannot get this thing to work. I finally decided to take a break. It printed an absolutely flawless Benchy. Okay, I know you can't really see because it's white, but trust me, this is the smoothest Benchy I've ever seen printed in 27 minutes. And yet I cannot get this thing to print anything else for nothing in the provided slicer. And the USB stick died on me. I used it a couple of times and it says it's corrupt. So I'm using their PLA, and that's what printed this. But I cannot get this thing to print PETG for nothing. It will not do it. I've tried a couple different ones, and what's happening is it's printing so damn fast. I'm trying to print these dragon egg things, and it's like leaving big, huge. They're not even strings. They're just like almost like, I don't know what it is. I think I posted them in some of my other videos, but okay, I cannot get the provided Cura slicer to work correctly. I can't get the Prusa slicer profile to work correctly, and so everything I print on this is, unless it's what was on this card that's no longer on there anymore, it prints like crap, and it has to be PETG, or excuse me, PLA. I printed this. My kids ripped it up. Anyway, it was a bed alignment, and it would go like right here. And look at this. I mean, it's absolutely flawless, but it won't print anything else. Like, you can print the test files on the card till the card quits working, and nothing else. I can't get it to do anything. I mean, I've got this thing sitting here, printing no problem. This is PETG, the same stuff that I had on here last night and earlier today that would not print. I put it on here. I've tried everything. I turned my temperature down to like 190 degrees for PETG, and turned the speed down to like 50, and that actually kind of worked. I think this is a good example of what it's doing. So it's sitting here printing right about there, and then it's doing this, and it is really, really bad. So, and then I tried to print PLA, dragon egg, and one here and one here, and the fan was on, and this one here got all kind of scratchy and crunchy looking, and then eventually it came loose, and I had to stop the print. So I haven't updated anything. It looks like the date on this was like about November 2023 on the box. So I would say that this is probably, whatever would have been out then. I know some people, one of the YouTube guys was showing where he had a problem and he had to update Clipper something. And I do seem to be having some glitches and weird stuff. So I'm not sure what's going on here, but I need your guys' help because I can't figure it out, and I know I must be doing something wrong. I don't think it's the printer because we've seen these test pieces. Now this kind of wanted to screw up, and so one of the things I read in a review was the acceleration is set way too high. So I changed it from 8,000 to like 5,000, and the deacceleration to like 2,000 or 1,000, and that seemed to help quite a bit. But I'm still having problems, and it just I don't know what to do. So here's another part of the failed print. So it was printing down like this. Okay, so we were looking at this thing like that, basically. I think this side was here, and that was there, and you're getting like these just huge strings. And, you know, it does come out pretty smooth, and then it does like this weird stuff. And then I printed something else where it had, see right here, you can see the extremely large seam. And I had tried to click hide the seam in the settings to see if that would make it go away, but I don't think that's the seam, that's the resume print mark. I don't know how to remove it, but I'm just not having any luck with this thing, and I know I'm doing something wrong here, because it can print when it wants to. I've leveled the bed 3 different times. Everything's like really good. In fact, I turn it on and show you. Okay, so this thing is like really time consuming because it's very slow as far as like the boot up time and all that, and it just like takes its sweet time, and then sometimes it'll say you know, something's wrong with Clipper, and I'd almost rather run this printer without Clipper, you know, and just turn it into an SV06. So it'll sit here and do this for a while, and we know it's good because we can see that. So here we go. That's actually pretty quick compared to normal. And let's see. So we go to machine leveling. We can calibrate the Z. I mean, I can show you that, but like, I think we can see the bed mesh. Is he gonna show it to me? Okay, so this is the bed mesh. So 0.1, 0.02, 0.1, and then a -1. But once you heat this thing, these numbers look better. So, but I mean, like, my biggest number is 0.1, I think, 0.14. And then my lowest number is, looking at the 0.02, so it's dipping here, 0.03. Yeah, so we're ranging from -0.03 to a positive 0.14. And, you know, we can't really do a lot about that, but so that's the mesh. And then if I put the Z calibrate on here, I think, so it shows 210. It should just be normal. Now I was using this piece of paper here. It's a little bit thicker, but it's smooth and glossy. And I just put it till it's like really tight in there, because it's like thicker than a piece of regular paper. But I can go get a piece of typing paper just to be sure. I'm waiting for it to get done doing its thing. Okay. And it's interesting how, okay, every time you do that, it sets up like that, and then you've got to move it. So I guess it's like homed in. I don't know why it's showing new. So normally the instructions would tell me to do is to raise or lower the nozzle with a piece of paper in there. Well, why does it show this new thing? And click accept. I don't understand that. So, but yeah, we probably are. You know, 4.98. So if I move this 4.98, I should be really close to all the way to the bottom here. But anyway, hold on. The other thing that gets me is it only has the profile for PLA in ABS. Okay, so configuration, machine leveling. So it goes through some basic stuff. Let's see. The limits. Okay. Okay, here it is. So Z calibrate. It says start Z calibrate. The value of Z calibrate. Raise the nozzle according to the setted height. Apply the setting. Save setting requires a menu, or it requires a system restart. Lower the nozzle according to the setted height. Abort Z calibration. Set the distance per movement. That makes absolutely no sense. Okay, but anyway, so here's showing it here, 2 and new. So raise the nozzle according to the setted height. I don't know what that means, but after you do that, it'll show you the bed level and all that, and then it goes into the bed level again, and then it says calibrate the Z after you've done the bed leveling, and then it says please do not move a large distance at a time to avoid the nozzle hitting the hotbed. Click start. The printer will home first. After the printer auto home, the nozzle will slowly move to center of bed. Put a piece of A4 paper between the nozzle and the hotbed. Select the suitable distance by clicking raise nozzle or lower nozzle to adjust the distance between the nozzle and the hotbed. Adjust the distance between the nozzle and the hotbed. Please keep pulling the paper during the period. When you feel resistance to the pulling of the paper and the nozzle, do not completely press the paper. The distance is appropriate. Click accept to apply the values, then confirm and restart. And that's this right here. So, but yet the other page says something else. So anyway, if we do that with our piece of paper here, which is really about as thick as a piece of typing paper, we're gonna go down about probably 5, less than 5. So a little lower. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 4, and then we'll go 5. Not quite touching. 6, not touching. 7, not touching. 8. So this number is not what it looks like, and I can see this number changing here. Okay, now it's touching. So we went negative 3.1, and it's locked. So basically, we need to go in here, and we'll go 0.01, raise nozzle. So at 275, it started to move a little bit, but it's still really tight. And at this one here, I can move it back and forth, and it's got resistance. So I'll just go in, and I'm pretty close to what I was. What did they say you were supposed to do? I don't see a save thing. So it says click accept to apply the values. Oh, okay, right here. Accept. So then it'll say Clipper will reboot. So I've done this a couple of times already, and it's not made any kind of difference. So I don't know what it is. It's just like it's printing too fast. See, the temperature of the nozzle is not accurate or something, because I'm getting better results with really obscene low temperatures, like 190 for PETG. And also the slicer software that they made wants me to print at like 195 and 50 degrees on the print bed for PETG, which is really weird. And then the profile for Prusa slicer is 210 and 60 or 70 for the print bed. I don't understand what the discrepancies are, but either way, I'm pretty sure my Z offset is good. I'm pretty sure the bed is leveled. it just like, you know, will not print. I can't get it to do anything good.